But before I get into that, I just gotta say the Bridgerton season 3 preview dropped today. Oh my lord, I'm loving it. I am a lover of romantic, historical romances. So this fits right into my genre. Um, and I love it. I absolutely like go gaga over these types of movies and stories and stuff like that. So this is one of those great love affair moments in life, you know. So just let me talk about it for another minute while waiting for people to come on. Um, if you haven't seen it yet, please do take some time to go to onto YouTube and search Bridgerton season 3. You will not be let down by the preview. It's like, oh my, I want more. I want to know more. I gotta know more. It's just that kind of thing, you know. Um, uh, so as far as today's card goes, well, I got another minute. It's like so shocking. I'm like, oh, give me more, give me more. I gotta know it all. So my plan is, it releases in about a month. My plan is to watch that over and over and over and over again, as I do. Get all of the details down. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Compare from the book to the movie a little bit. I know some things are changed because in the book there's no Lord Devlin. But, you know, that's just, I digress on that one. Um, it's such a good love story. It is such a romantic love story. And the biggest thing that I'm taking out of this is that little thing that kind of sets you apart from other people. It wakes you up and it kind of just lets you look at it from a different point of view. Because I can read the book all day, but seeing the characters in action is like, oh, I love it. Anyway, um, we're going to get started today. We're actually working with Nature Sweetness paper, and I have just a little bit left. I don't have a lot left. So I think I used it just enough. And we're going to be making a guy card. Guy card. We spoke a little bit about this last week and everything else. So let me touch base on a guy card from my opinion. Do not use an oval. Hey, Kathy. Do not use an oval on a guy card. It's just too feminine of a shape. That's not to say that you can't put that on like a Father's Day card because that's different. It's coming from a female to a male, and that's a different category of cards. I find that squares and rectangles work really good, but you don't want to use huge rectangles. You want to break them up. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. How did your day go, Kathy? I was like, I'm so excited the Bridgerton preview hit. I sent it to my daughters. I sent it to my cousin. I was like, oh my God. And it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, I went gaga for it. Bill and I went out on a, hang on a second. I'm getting all. Was it? Bill and I went on a date for lunch today, and we hadn't gone to the local restaurant in a long time. Probably before I got sick was, well, maybe William's birthday a year ago we went. I think that might have been the last time we went there. But it was just one of those things where it's like I didn't even get halfway through my burger. I ate most of my fries, which I hardly ever do. It was just wonderful. And then I came home, took a nap, and went outside because it said, oh, your package has been delivered. And my dog peed on the box. Yeah, my dog peed on the box. So that's the kind of interesting fun I've had. So let me show you the new colors I got. I got cardstock. I got lemon lolly ink, which let me grab that. I'm going to show you. Now, it is in black in comparison to everything else, which is in its own color. So you can kind of see the difference in it. Because this is so light, you would not be able to do the reading. You wouldn't be able to read it. So let me get those put away. So I've already put the sticker here, but I don't like the stickers inside. For some reason, they don't seem to stick very well in our environment. I also got 2 new blends, and I got Highland Heather And I got petal pink. Those were the two colors I got. I had to remember the second color. So the colors I got, the cardstock I got was Calypso Coral. And it looks a lot orangier in the picture. It's not. It's a little orange. But so Calypso Coral. I was like, the dog's peed on my package. Get it out of there. I need paper towels. It was hilarious. It was so bad and it was hilarious. But luckily, none of my cardstock was affected. So grateful. Petal pink. I love this color. I just love the warmth of it. It isn't like a bubblegum pink or like a baby pink. It's just a notch above it. It's a little bit of elegance to it, and I like that. Lemon Lolly, which I could go through every day. I could have a card of Lemon Lolly every day. Mossy Meadow. It's been one of my faves. Am I doing this upside down? Is that one upside down? Oh, sorry, my bad. Let me start this again. I did that one right. I don't know where I went wrong. But Lemon Lolly. Is that one the wrong way? Oh yeah, Petal Pink was the wrong way too. So Lemon Lolly. And then Mossy Meadow, and I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors of all time. This thing is great. And then Pretty Peacock. And I think it's a good replacement for a lot of the turquoisey colors. The only thing I don't like is that some of my corners were bent. As you can see, this whole package was bent. And I'm sure it's when they threw it on the ground. And not from when my dog peed on it. On the box, not the paper. So, but let me get going on this card. We're about 5 minutes in. Yeah, let me get going on this card so we don't have to be here all day. It's like better if we're not here all day. But hang on while I get you guys up in the cheap seats. Okay. Let's put it there. Very good. Okay. So I got to get that third light hooked back up so that we have light on this side over here. So I've got a little bit of twine left. This is all I have. And what I did was I basically started with an A2 card size, and then a layer of pecan pie. And then I laid on a scrap that I had, which is going to give us a little bit more of that pecan pie look. Then a scrap of the DSP. And I do have the sizes if you want them, if you're interested in this. So it didn't go all the way up, you notice that. So what I did was I just came in and got sneaky and added a little piece right there at top. It'll be about the same height on top and bottom. And then to cover up that line, I'm adding a piece of pecan pie again. Another piece of DSP from this set. And then a little piece for my sentiment. Again, this is a guide card. This is what we're looking for. We have a lot going on here, a lot not going on down here. We're keeping it nice and subtle, but with a little zhuzh, you know. I gotta be me. Get some twine. We're gonna be using happy labels, so I'm gonna get started on that right off the bat. So in happy labels, we've got this Love and Miss You, which is great. You Are My Happy Place, which I think will indeed fit. I like the Love and Miss You, but I like the Miss You better, as you guys have seen before. But I think I'm going to go with the You've Got the Biggest Heart, because a lot of the times we don't consider guys to be very... what's the word I'm looking for, Kathy? Forthright or something like that. So I'm doing this very far away from me, so I want you guys to know that. So I wrote the line on there. Kathy, is this straight? Is this straight? Not even close. I was way off. Hang on. Take it off. I'm going to bring it closer to me. Closer to the bottom of the screen. Sorry if it's at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to try to get it as close to that line as possible. Well, still looks like I'm a little crooked. Let's try one more time. One more time. Now I'm just going to try to line it right up on that bottom of the line. This looks like I got it pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think the U is a little higher than the rest of it, but that's okay. And then I want to use pecan pie, but I only have this little stamping spot. So we're going to do the best job we can. It does have two sides. Just saying, just saying. Okay, so let's just get this going and get it on there as best we can. Hopefully it's not too crooked. No, not too bad. Should be pretty good. Aha! It turned out pretty good. I love that. So we're going to set our stamp aside. So I'm going to need a brand new package. Or I've got almost a brand new package because we got a lot of lift and a lot of separate. Lift and separate. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put our layers together and then we'll put it together. Okay. So these two are going to go together here. I just want to make sure that I got enough. Should know better. Let's go ahead and... No. Straighten it out a little bit. That looks... Oh, I moved it at the last second. Come on. Don't stick. Don't stick. It's going to be one of those days. All right. So this is the layer I'm going to tie my twine on. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the whole thing. Try to get the ends as close as possible. And I'm just going to tie it on once. We're just going to tie it on and then give us just a little hanging down. We don't need a bow. You guys know how I feel about bows. The only cards that need bows are like super frilly, awesome, incredible cards. This is not one of those. This is a guy card. We're officially at 90 degrees today. That's crazy because I'm like, I don't know how it got that hot so quick. But it did. And we're just going to leave the extras for now. Okay. So we're going to set these two off aside. And now we got to worry about these. These all go on here. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this here. Oh, my goodness. That's the kind of weather we would get up in Oregon when we lived there. You'd be like rainy, dreary. Maybe a little bit of snow, maybe a lot of snow. It just kind of depended on the year. You know, the different season and stuff. Having a hard time seeing this against the white. And I know there's not a lot of room. So that'll have to be as good as it gets. I need to find a mat that's dark but non-reflective. I don't know why people can't come up with that yet. So that one. So then we're going to go ahead and put our runner on this side. I really like that gold, but it's a little too much. And we're going to be putting this towards the bottom. I give about the same amount of room on all three sides. And then this one here is just going to get a little runner in the center. And we're going to flip it upside down so I can see the bottom a little bit better. Because it does go over just a little bit. There we go. So I got about the same amount of space. So this one's going to get lifted up. Guy cards are one of those ones where I feel like you need to give it a little lift. A little bit of a pop, you know. Because they can be very monochromatic or very plain. And you can always pick that up. So I'm going to do a 3-2 spread. So 3 on the sides, 2 in the middle. Should keep my card nicely up instead of going like that on the sides, droopy. I don't like droopy cards. So then I'm just going to go ahead and lay this one down. Try to make sure everything's nice and straight. Look at how cute that looks already. So then we're going to go ahead and add some foam to this one. This one's going to be a super quick card today. Some days you just have a card that's quicker than others. But I do want to have a conversation after the card's made. So don't worry, we won't be disappearing right after it's finished. Because I unfortunately had what a lot of crafters have, and I've run out of product. I've run out of product to use. I'm going to try to get some more, stretch the products I have a little bit more. I may even go into my retired bin and grab a couple of things from there. So it just kind of depends. So this one we're going to place right over this, but we want a little bit of that top showing. We want to go down just about halfway. I'm going to lift it back up. So it's the same size as the paper, but maybe I made it a smidge bigger. I made it a smidge bigger is what I did. Okay. So then on this one, we're going to add some more foam squares. Probably just 3 will do it. And of course, no bling on a guy's card. If I had the cork that went with this, I could definitely use cork. 'Cause cork is definitely more of a guy kind of element. It's more of a natural element versus a unnatural element. So there we go. We got a little bit of string. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. So I'm going to gather it all together, and I'm going to bring it down about 3/4 of the way. Okay. And if you've ever seen me make cards before with twine, you will know that I got to pom-pom the little bottom of these. And I just kind of like the... Oh, man, I'm trying to think of what those little things are. Oh, I'll remember the word. I always have trouble with words. I didn't used to. Once my heart attack happened, it's like I lost a ability to recall things a lot quicker. I lost that. So now I'm like 5 minutes later. You know? It's like that. Okay, last one. And the reason I like to leave the string a little bit longer rather than shorter, bows I like them nice and short. I don't want too much hanging down or anything. Something like this where it's the only real optional thing that you have on the card, you kind of got to run with it. But that's it. I liked a little bit of gold. I left a little bit of gold to kind of shimmer through. But I really like this. So let's finish the inside. So I've chosen just a piece of the DSP and a piece of the pecan pie, but I want to roughen it up a little bit. So I'm just going to drag my edges, make it look like a leather. So that's all it's going to look like up there, like a nice little leather. Oh, thanks. So we're just taking our side of our scissors. You can break it if you want to. Just kind of rough it up a little bit. Grab the ends. Make sure that you got a good handle on them, because I didn't put my fingers down far enough, and that's why it ripped. And you're just using the side of your scissors to flatten it. That's all. Nothing too weird from that. I gotta get all these little pieces. Ladybug vacuum to the rescue. So we're just gonna go ahead and add a little runner. And that's upside down. I think I'm just going to add it to the top. I want to add it to the bottom because the weight shifted. Nope. So I got to find the center of this. That looks pretty good. And then the same thing with this one. We're just going to add some runner. You could use glue if you're worried that you're not going to get edge to edge. but I assure you I'm pretty good at it. So we're going to go ahead and put that cut edge down. And we're just going to go to the second line. There's a horticulture word over here that I like. So I'm just going to leave it just so the top of the words show on the next row. And then this one here, I'm just going to pull those layers apart and kind of flatten it a little bit. So let me get my scissors to... It's not working like I want it to. In fact, just kind of try to press that second layer down into the first one so you get a little bit more. Again, it's got a little bit of that gold. It's against my own policy, but I used a little bit. That's all you need. Basic guy card. So the sizes on this were, this layer right here, the pecan pie, was 4 1/16 by 5 3/8. And the reason I did that is because I want a much closer to the edge look with just a little bit of white on the outline. Then this layer right here is the one that I knew I wanted to put my twine on. So this one is 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. Most of the widths are 3 1/2 on the layers. The sentiment layer is 1 1/2, or yeah, 1/2 by 2 1/2. So a little inch smaller than the rest of it. And then our DSP was 3 1/2 by 4. Where's this one? I don't think I measured this one, but it was 1 1/2 by 4. And then this one is 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. And yeah, that's it. So those are all the sizes for these. What makes it so really cool about these kind of cards is that it doesn't take much effort for you to figure out, oh, I just need layers. Yeah, layers are simple layers. So where did I choose to put all of my layers? Up on the top portion, not the bottom. Even though I have several layers, they're not like everywhere. They're just in one place. So layer, 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 layer. So you got it all in one place. And then on the other side, you've got them in the opposite area to balance out the weight, basically. So that's like the quickest card I've ever made on here. So let me show you the card. I don't often do this anymore. I don't know why I don't do it, but it's really cool. It's a really super cool card. I love the colors, the warmth on that, nature's sweetness. Paper DSP is just amazing. So let me get this out of the way. So we're starting to get into the hotter temperatures. So do I. It's one of those ones where it's like, oh, you either love it. It's always that way. You either love it or love something, or you hate it with a passion, you know, thing. What I liked about the paper was it had so many geographic lines. So the grid pattern, the like the bookkeeper pattern where you've got everything in a line so that you can go ahead and write down, did you pay it, not pay it, that kind of stuff for bookkeeping paper. As well as a slew of florals and stuff like that. Now the dies had leaves and stuff like that, and it also had that one die that I loved that created the holes and everything else. Just perfect. I think overall, as far as trying to create content and having enough stuff when you're starting out or in between, I'm going to say in between. I'm in between. Because I'm not officially a demonstrator. I quit back in January, and I've just been creating with what I've got and stuff like that. I will be coming back next month. Is it May? It's April already. Yeah. Okay. Next month I'll be coming back. And I hope to bring you a lot of stuff. However, there will be weeks where I don't have anything new and I'll have to use old stuff. So just be aware that probably until like the second week of May, I will still be using the stuff I have, because even when I sign up and everything else, it's not just going to show up at my door in a minute. I don't have that kind of extra shipping money. I'm just going to say it like that. Back in the day, yes. Now, not so much. But really looking forward to some of the stuff we've been seeing. One of the suite was the birdhouse. Love that. Somebody else showed something different. I think it was yesterday, and I was like, oh, what is this? What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. So I'm all like, I want it. It's mine. You can't take it away from me. So all of that good stuff like that and everything. So don't be surprised if you see everybody else using new stuff and I'm using old stuff. It's just the way it's going to be at times. Once I join back up, I'll have more time to plan because I'll know what's coming down the line. So that's the first thing. And so if you like this card, please like, share, and leave a comment after the live. You just have to wait like 2 minutes and then come back. It should be good. Because I have to manually upload it to the server. It does the live and then it doesn't know whether or not I wanted to keep it or not. So it takes a couple of minutes to upload it. But that's it for today. I mean, we're running into the hotter temperatures, so know that there'll be times where I'm just going live early. I won't even announce it. I'll just do the live early, and then you guys will catch up with it afterwards. Just plain and simple. When it gets to be 120 some odd degrees, what they're expecting, thank you, Kathy. If they get up to the temperatures they're expecting, which is almost 130, I won't be on here at this time. Like I said, I got all these lights, everything else. I'll be like 9 o'clock. I'm doing this now. You know, the link will still get shared to Facebook and all that other stuff. So if you're available, you'll still have an opportunity. I think there's one more thing. Oh, the Craft a Sketch is going to get moved to July. I think I already said that, but I'm not sure. So the first week of July, we will actually be doing the Craft a Sketch. So Craft a Sketches will probably be like every other Monday, something like that, or once a month. I'm not really sure I'm going to do that yet. I've seen other people doing the sketch challenges and stuff like that. I'm just looking to, it's not really a challenge, it's looking to inspire. So it gives people another opportunity and stuff like that. So have a wonderful day, everyone. I will see you next week, Monday. Looking at my calendar. Yep, you're right. Monday. Okay, sure. Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to make. I have no clue. I'll find out when I hang out with my friends this weekend. Inspiration. That's the word. Inspiration. Anyway, have a fabulous rest of your week and weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. Bye.